Today we're going to talk about endometriosis and adenomyosis. And endometriosis, most of you probably know, is on the walls of typically your uterus, and adenomyosis can be in the walls of your uterus. However, endometriosis can spread far beyond the walls of your uterus. And that's something that's kind of important to know so that it's easier to understand folks who do have endometrial pain. Endometriosis can spread to your bladder, your bowels, your sciatica, your lungs. Those cells can attach to almost any of your internal organs. So oftentimes the pain is much more widespread than just in your uterus. And it's very pervasive, and it tends to be cyclical. It's usually worse during your cycle, but it all is very dependent on the individual. So I'm going to give you a tapping sequence today that you can use to try to reduce both the pain and some of the stress around your endometrial pain. And there's more information about what EFT is and why EFT would work in some of my other videos and all over the web. So let's give this a try. You shift any words that don't work specifically for you and adjust them as necessary. And before we start, what I'd like you to do is focus on your pain or your stress, whatever's going on for you right now, and stop for a minute and write down what your level of pain or stress is. And if it's a physical pain, I'd like you to try to visualize what that physical pain looks like for you. So how I do that is I usually close my eyes and I try to get a picture in my head of the size of the pain, the color of the pain, the quality or texture of the pain. Like, is it like a fist, or is it more like an anvil? Is it sharp? Is it soft, throbbing, dull? Does it feel cold or hot, or like something squeezing or pushing? So obviously you'll have to go inside and get your own description. But I'd like you to do that before we start, and also give it a number from 0 to 10. 10 being off the charts painful or off the charts uncomfortable, and 0 being nothing at all. And write those things down. And I'm going to pause for a few minutes to give you a chance to do that so that we can test this as we go through and see what kind of shifts you have with the tapping. So go ahead and do that now. Okay, hopefully you're able to write something down. And as we're tapping right now, the second thing I'd like you to pay attention to, aside from just how you're feeling, is what thoughts pop in as we are tapping on the points and talking. So oftentimes you will have thoughts come in that are counter to whatever we're talking about. Just try to retain those as we go through, and then I will pause at the end of this round so that you can write those things down. So we're going to start right here, tapping on your karate chop point. Even though I have this pain, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I have this endometrial pain, I love and accept myself and my body just as I am right now. Even though I have this pain, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, top of your head. My endometrial pain. Eyebrow. This pain in my body. Side of your eye. The pain in my body. Under your eye. this persistent pain under your nose. Feels like it's almost always there. Chin. My persistent pain. Collarbone. It's always with me. Or I think it's always coming back if it leaves. Under your arm. And it's really hard to talk about. It's really hard to describe. Top of your head. This persistent pain. Eyebrow. This persistent pain. Side of your eye. My persistent endometrial pain. Under your eye. This persistent pain. Take a deep breath. Now stop and check in again with your body and see if you notice any shift at all. If you notice a change in size or color or quality or the number, write that down. And also any thoughts that popped up while you were tapping, write those down. And I'm going to give you a moment to do that. You may have noticed a shift, which would not be unusual. We're going to do another round, and I'd like you to do the same thing at the end of this next round. And just pay attention to yourself and your body as we're going along. So we're going to go back to your karate chop point again. Even though I do have this persistent pain, and sometimes I despair of ever being done with it, I love and accept myself. Even though I still have this pain, it's just hanging in there. I love and accept who I am. I love and accept where I am. Even though I still have this pain, I love and accept me. Top of your head. I still have endometrial pain. Eyebrow. It is so frustrating. Side of your eye. It's so exhausting. Under your eye. I'm so tired. Under your nose. Not just of the pain. Chin. Sometimes it's the baggage. Collarbone. Of trying to explain it to people. Of trying to get people to believe me. It's unbelievably frustrating that not only do I have this pain, but I also have to convince people that it's real, which seems terrifically unfair. Under your arm. I have to describe it to my friends and my family and medical professionals. Top of your head. I have to convince them that it's real. Eyebrow, which sometimes makes me doubt myself. Side of your eye. But I know that it's real. Under your eye. I know that my pain is valid. Under your nose. I know that my frustration is valid. Chin. I know my exhaustion is valid. Collarbone. And I know that I deserve to be believed. And I deserve help. Under your arm. It's not okay that I have to fight for every inch of help and understanding that I'm getting. Top of your head. That's kind of what it's felt like. Eyebrow. And it's been incredibly frustrating. Side of your eye. But I'm affirming right this second under your eye that my feelings are valid. Under your nose. My pain is valid. Chin. And I deserve help. Collarbone. I deserve support and understanding. Under your arm. And I'm choosing self-love and self-care. Top of your head. Because I deserve that. Take a deep breath, please. And now do the same thing. Check your body, check your emotions, and pause again and write down any shifts that you've noticed physically or emotionally, and any thoughts that came up for you. We're going to do one last round, and I invite you to pay attention once again to what's going on for you emotionally and physically, and notice if there's any patterns to the stories that you're hearing in your head as you tap and as you affirm or deny what's going on for you. So, karate chop. Even though I don't fully understand what's going on with me, no one can tell me. No one has 100% given me a good medical explanation about why this is happening to me. In spite of that, I accept where I am at the moment and love myself. I appreciate that I'm taking the time to take care of myself, that I'm taking a moment to stop and really evaluate what's going on for me and love myself for a few moments. That is so important and something I really need. Even though it feels like I often don't have time for myself and that I'm the last one that I have time or energy to take care of, I'm really loving that I'm doing this for myself. I don't know what good it's going to do, but I'll be darned if I'm not going to keep taking care of myself. It is time to take care of myself. It's time to show myself some love and understanding. If I can't do it, who can? Top of your head. I have persistent endometrial pain. Eyebrow. Persistent frustration. Side of your eye. Sometimes I'm sad. Under your eye, oftentimes I'm frustrated. Under your nose, oftentimes I'm exhausted. Chin. And often I forget about myself, about taking care of myself. Collarbone. But I'm choosing in this moment to turn some of that around. I'm choosing to take care of myself. I'm choosing to listen to myself. I'm choosing to believe myself and validate myself. Under your arm. That is so important. That's a gift I am choosing to give to me. Top of your head. My pain is real. Eyebrow. My sadness and frustration are real. Side of your eye. My anger is real and valid. Under your eye. And my self-love is real. Under your nose. I'm choosing love. Chin. I'm choosing understanding. Collarbone. I choose to love and care for my body as it is. That doesn't mean I'm settling into pain and I'm just totally okay with having pain. That's not remotely what I mean. But I do love myself, and I do love my body. Under your arm. And in embracing my body and loving myself, I am opening to healing. Top of your head. I am opening to listening to my body, to listening to the pain. Eyebrow. To getting any messages that I need to get. Side of your eye. And then letting it go. Under your eye. And loving myself. Under your nose. And staying in love with myself. Chin. Because I deserve that. Collarbone. Just take a deep breath. And relax. And just check in. Write down any thoughts. And see how you're feeling. My wish for you is that your pain has come down a little bit, or stress that you felt has come down a little bit. This is going to be posted on YouTube, so you're welcome to put comments below, and if there are thought patterns that came up for you repeatedly that you would like to see addressed in a future video so that we can try to work on this a little bit more, please put them in the comments, and I am happy to do another video. And hopefully you're feeling a little bit better right now. So my love to you all, and keep taking care of yourself, please.